The human brain and nervous system. Billions of nerve cells, communication network, called the nervous system. The nervous system is controlled by the brain. The neuron is basic unit of the nervous system. It is long, thin and transmits electrical signals, called nerve impulses, along its length. The cell body of the neuron is much like any other cell. It has many branched endings called dendrites that receive impulses from other neurons. It also has a long axon, or nerve fiber, that carries nerve impulses to another neuron or a muscle. Neighboring neurons do not touch. They are separated by a tiny gap called a synapse. When an impulse arrives at the end of an axon, it releases chemicals that generates an impulse in the dendrites of the next neuron. Sensory and motor neurons respectively carry nerve impulses to and from the brain and spinal cord. Association neurons, which make up 90% of all neurons, are found only in the brain and spinal cord. Spinal cord. The spinal cord is an extension of the brain. It is about 45 centimeters long and extends from the brain to the lower back. Spinae nerves along its length relay information between the brain and body. It also plays a vital role in reflexes. If a person touches a sharp object, for example, nerve impulses pass from the fingertip, through the spinal cord, directly to the upper arm muscle and instantly pull the finger away from danger. Brain. The brain is made up of over 100 billion neurons. Each one communicates with thousands of other neurons to produce a complex communication and control network. The brain receives information about conditions both inside and outside the body, processes and stores this information and issues instructions based on what it has learned. The hypothalamus and brain stem control automatic processes such as breathing. The cerebellum regulates smooth body movements. The cerebral hemispheres control thought, imagination, memory, speech, emotions, sight, hearing, smell, taste and touch. The brain controls the entire nervous system. It constantly receives information and sends out instructions, most of which are relayed by the spinal cord. Together, the brain and spinal cord form the central nervous system, which communicates with the body through nerves. There are 12 pairs cranial nerves that rise from the brain. Most relay nerve impulses from sense organs, such as the eyes, or carry instructions to muscles in the head. There are 31 pairs of spinal nerves that branch off the spinal cord. These relay nerve impulses to and from the rest of the body. Inside the brain. The brain is made up of 3 regions. The brain stem automatically controls essential functions such as breathing and heartbeat. The cerebellum coordinates balance, posture and movement. The cerebrum is divided into 2 halves called hemispheres, linked by the corpus callosum. Different parts of each hemisphere have different functions. Sensory areas process nerve impulses from sense organs such as the eyes. Motor areas relay instructions to muscles, producing movement and speech. Association areas, such as the front of the cerebrum, make people conscious and able to think. Beneath the cerebrum, the hypothalamus regulates conditions inside the body through the autonomic nervous system. The spinal cord extends from the base of the brain to the lower back. It is protected by the vertebrate. Spinal nerves branch off the spinal cord and carry nerve impulses to and from parts of the body. Nerves consist of bundles of sensory neurons, which carry nerve impulses from senses to the brain and spinal cord, and motor, which carry nerve impulses from the brain and spinal cord to the muscles. All neurons share the same basic structure. They all have a cell body containing a nucleus. Fine processes, called dendrites, receive nerve impulses, via synapses, from other neurons. A long axon, or nerve fiber, carries nerve impulses, away from the cell body. The cell body of this motor neurons is located in the central nervous system. It transmits nerve impulses to parts of the body instructing them to do something. For example, a nerve impulse to a muscle may cause it to contract. Similarly, a nerve impulse to a gland may cause it to release a secretion.